Hi everyone, this is Brandy from Little Britches, and this is seller newsletter number 1 for the spring 2024 sale. So if you are brand new to selling with us, I will send out a newsletter every week for anybody signed up to sell. That's going to keep you up to date on any updates, and it's also just going to give you little tidbits along the way to help make sure that you're feeling confident, like you know what's going on to prepare to sell with us, okay? All right, so let's jump into newsletter number 1. I always like to do this video one because I'm a reader, but I know that a lot of people, they just process information better when they're doing a video. So I like to give you some options. So I'm going to go through everything that I'm sending out in the newsletter. So don't feel like you need to do both. Okay. All right. So, couple quick things. I strongly encourage you to follow our Facebook page if you are on Facebook. I post a lot of updates, lots of stuff there. We're also on Instagram, so that's another. I try to post everywhere, everything on both of those. So if you're following us on one of those, you'll keep up to date. I post a lot of up-to-date information. If there's like a last minute kind of a thing, I do it on there. We also do have a Facebook group that if you, there's a link in the email that if you click that, it'll send you to that Facebook group that is only for sellers. And it's also got some past sellers in it, so it can be a really great resource if you have questions or if you're needing any tips or tricks or anything like that. Okay. Okay, so a couple things to know about our sale. If you have not sold with us for a long time, or if you are brand new to us, please make sure you are reviewing all the information on the website. If you click at the top where it says new sellers start here, and then you click the arrows through at the bottom, it's going to take you through everything you need to know about our expectations, our requirements, what you should expect from us, all of that good stuff. So I want to make sure you are feeling well prepared. It is also your responsibility to make sure that your items are prepared appropriately for the sale in order to have a atmosphere that is super shoppable, that is going to create the best chance of your items selling. We need to have items prepared consistently. It is not hard. There are just specific requirements. So make sure you review the videos, the information, all that good stuff on the page. If while you're reviewing that information, you are feeling totally lost, if you're not understanding something, if you need clarification, what you are going to hear from me constantly to the point that you're going to be really tired of hearing it is please ask questions if you are feeling unsure. I always say that usually the question that you are agonizing about the most takes me 12 seconds to answer. So please ask questions, whether it be advice, help making you understand how something works, any of that stuff. Please ask, because I would always rather answer a question rather than having you feeling confused or lost or frustrated. Okay. All right. So just a general thing is to remember that we are a seasonal sale, and that means that at our spring sale, we only accept spring and summer clothing, and spring or summer shoes. Okay. So we're not so concerned about other stuff. If you have a Christmas book you want to bring, or, a Christmas print bedding set or something, that's totally fine. We're not so worried about that. Our concerns are clothing and shoes, just because we have a limited amount of space and a limited amount of rack space, and those are our largest categories. And we just need to make sure that we are sticking to the items that are actually going to sell at the sale. I know sometimes that leaves some gray area. So sweaters, light cardigans are totally fine. I know girls wear those with dresses and that kind of stuff. That's fine. But if we're talking about like heavyweight thick wool sweater, leave it at home this sale. Heavy coats, snow boots, snow pants, heavy fleece jackets, like Sherpa lined kind of stuff, snow pants, fleece lined, Sherpa lined pants, that kind of stuff, leave it at home. That is not appropriate for this sale. Things like athletic pants, totally fine. If it's just like a thin fabric, totally fine. Long sleeve t-shirts, also totally fine, as long as they're a thin fabric, not something super thick, and don't have like a fall or winter or Christmas or something print on them. If they're not obviously for fall or winter, spring, summer, totally fine. Light jackets, again, absolutely fine. Just make sure it's not a heavier coat or heavy jacket. Jeans are also accepted at either sale. I will tell you that jeans tend to sell much better at our fall winter sale. So if you're planning to sell at the fall winter sale, my advice would be to hang on to them, unless it's something that's got like a flower spring print or something on them. You could bring them to the sale, but you can bring them to either one. That's just my little personal advice for you. Okay, so one thing that's important to understand is I get a lot of questions about different things on the tags, and so I like to go over that and make sure you understand what is on our tags. So if you look on the newsletter, you can actually see this, or on our website, I have a picture of a tag. But just a few quick things. So if you choose the item for donation, if it does not sell, there will be a little black dot on the left side of the tag. That is for our sorters on Saturday and Sunday. They know that if it's got that black tag, it goes in the donation pile and does not get sorted to the consigner. So please do not hole punch through that. I know it looks like the perfect size to hole punch through, and I will always have several sellers who do it. Please, please, please do not, because then we cannot see the black dot, and so we end up thinking that you want that item back when you don't. Just leave it there. Leave that black dot alone. Couple other little things with it. It will say reduce over the price if you want it to go to half price. If it has not sold in the regular price sale, that reduce only means something during the half price sale. And yeah, that's kind of the stuff that people ask about. Some other things with tags is if while you are actually putting the physical tags on the item, you realize that you made an error, you meant to mark it for donate, you want to charge a different price, whatever, go ahead and change it, and you can go in and edit in the system, no problem, until item entry closes. But please make sure you reprint it. So the way that our system works, it is set up with several foolproof things, and some of those mean that if the tag does not match what is in the system, it's going to give us a flag. And that means I personally have to come over and release that item to be sold, and that takes a lot of time, and it slows our lineup a lot. So please make sure that if you are changing anything on your tag, rip up that first one, reprint a new one. The system will actually automatically, if you edit and then you go to print unprinted tags, it is actually going to automatically reprint that tag, because it is so important that you are putting a fresh tag on that item if you change anything about it. Also, make sure that you are printing on cardstock for any tags that are going on clothing, shoes, anything where you are leaving the tag hanging on the item. It must be on cardstock. If it is on regular copy paper, it is gonna get ripped off. We have hundreds of shoppers thumbing through those items, flipping through, frantically trying to find what they want. It's gonna get ripped off. It just will. So make sure you print on cardstock. You can get away with copy if you're going to be taping the tag to the item, that's fine, but I would just print all of your tags on cardstock. Any light color is fine, white is fine, just don't print dark, because then people won't be able to read it. Printer settings. So super helpful. Well-meaning sellers will often try to print in something like photo mode or high quality mode or something like that. Don't do it. So I know that this seems like it would be helpful, but actually it shoots more ink onto the paper, and the barcode will start to blend together. And I want those to be separate so my scanner can read them. So please make sure it is actually best for us if you print in something like economy mode, ink saver mode, whatever's going to shoot the least amount of ink saves you ink. And it also is an easier to scan label for us. So please do that, save yourself ink and help us out. If you sold in a previous sale and you have an item that is still tagged from a previous sale and you want to bring it to this one, you do not have to re-enter the tag. You can actually go into your inactive items, check the box, say you want to activate it. It will move it into your active inventory, put it in your pile, you're ready to go. You don't even have to reprint and re-tag the item. Easy peasy. Unless, of course, you edit the item, then you need to reprint it. Okay, so a note about our item sale cap. I like to start warning about this as early as possible. If you are new to our sale or have not sold for a lot of sales, we have an item cap. So what that means is that we have a pretty good feel of the number of items we think we're going to be able to reasonably display and sell over the course of a weekend. So if we start reaching a number that we do not feel like is going to be conducive to a successful sale, we will shut down item entry. The last several sales this has happened. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't happen again this sale. So I would just expect that we're going to be shutting down item entry early. So that being said, I will always give you plenty of warning. I will give you a 5,000 item warning, which typically works out to 24 hours. Of course, I can't control how fast people enter in that those last 5,000 items, but I will give you warning. If getting closer to that date, if it's looking more likely or less likely, I will keep you posted. I will absolutely tell you what's going on. It is just super important to me that I respect your time. And that means that if you are entering items and I know that we have reached the point where our proportion of items that we are going to sell is going down, I would rather stop taking items than have you wasting your time, meaning that your portion of your items that are going to sell goes down. You guys work too hard for that. So, I will absolutely do that. So big things I recommend, please enter your items early. It helps you obviously, and it helps me have a better idea of where we're at with the sale. Also, make sure if you know that you do not have time to enter everything right now, enter those big items, enter those items that you are going to really not want to have to hold on to until another sale. Maybe start with your things that are for sure spring summer items that you know that you would not be able to push back until the fall winter sale. Get those entered, and then you don't even have to print them. You don't have to do anything else. You have them in the system. And then if you totally run out of time, you know you've already got those entered and you'll be able to print those and get them tagged into the sale. So that's my big recommendation. That is everything. Every sale, every newsletter will not last this long, but this one has a lot of information because it's the first one. So again, please ask questions if you have any. I want you to feel like you know what's going on. I want you to feel prepared. Thank you so much for consigning with us. We do not take lightly that you are trusting us with this, and we really appreciate it. Thanks.